All right, while we're on this, here's another super unexpected, tough dynamic of running this super pottery studio. Every month we have a wave of new members who start here at the clay hole. One by one, I introduce myself to each of them. That first day of class should be pretty exciting. But here's the thing, I'm starting to become a little bit cautious of doing that, and let me tell you why. Most of the people who join here already know who I am. A lot of them are longtime followers. And because of that, sometimes some people are scared shitless when they first meet me. Sometimes they have this need to immediately knock me down a peg. Or sometimes they show up with a preconceived idea of who I am and how we're gonna hit it off. Granted, this isn't everybody, just some of the people who come in here, and I get it. I don't hold it against anybody. I've been dancing this dance for a long time now. So let me start by saying, please don't ever put me or anybody else in this entire world up on a pedestal. I promise that all three of those scenarios I just mentioned come from doing just that. If it scares you to death when we first meet, I promise it's because I'm up on a pedestal in your mind. We've all been there where we just kind of stare at somebody because we have no idea what to say. I get that a lot on people's first days. It's this long anticipated moment of meeting me. And then when I finally do, I can tell they just want me to move on as quickly as possible. Then there's the ones who just want to knock me down a peg. I've never really understood that one. They'll just walk right in and say, just so you know, I don't care that you have a giant following. Or, I really don't care what you do for a living. They've got me up on a pedestal so high that they feel like they gotta knock me down. They want to make sure I don't think that I'm better than them. Well, I don't, and I'm not. Finally, there's the people who walk in the front door and they've already decided exactly what we're gonna be. Whether it's best friends or lovers or who knows what. I'm sure you all can deduce your own reasons why that's an impossible situation for both of us. Pedestals are really stupid, and nobody on this earth should ever be put up on one. I get it. Between my platforms, I've got over 3 million followers, and some of you have been following for over 15 years now. But here are a few truths to remind yourself of if you're gonna join the clay hole. First, I may have 3 million followers, but I've actually lost 7 million followers to get to this point. I am not everyone's cup of tea, and the numbers have a way of reminding me of that. Second, when you put me on a pedestal, I promise you that there is no way to go but down. I'm sure you've all heard that saying, never meet your heroes. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because as social influencers, we can only share about 0.1% of our lives. And all of our followers fill in the other 99.9% of the details all on their own. Don't feel bad, we all do it. But when you've already decided who somebody is, and you finally get to meet them, let's just say you're never gonna feel much except for disappointment when that moment happens. You end up meeting somebody completely different than what you expected, and it can actually feel like a bit of a betrayal. So let's make a deal. If you join the clay hole, you forget everything you think you know about me before we ever meet. And then when you get here, let's just shake hands like two ordinary humans who are meeting for the first time. Because that's all we are. Love me or hate me for who I am after you get to know me. Seems pretty fair to me. I bet if we can do that, we'll actually be pretty good pals. And you might actually like the guy that you meet. And that's all I have to say about that. But this pot still needs finishing. By the way, I love all of your thoughts. You get to this point where you just recognize it when it happens because it happens a lot. A mighty fine looking gooseneck pot if you ask me. That'll do, pig.